What's going on, everyone? It's Adam and Craig with Grandstand Golf. This is our tournament preview for the 2021 Charles Schwab Challenge. It's our quick hitter format where we just give you quick insights to the tournament coming up this week. Craig, let's take a look back at what we had last year. Daniel Berger at 15 under took it home the win over Colin Morikawa. Kind of like the fifth major last year. It was the first tournament back in 2020 after the COVID break. I guess not fifth major because we didn't play all the majors, but it was a big deal.
We could call it like the third and a half or something.
Third and a half major, exactly. Really good field of winners here going all the way back. Really good field there. It is the 75th playing of this tournament, so it has been around for a while and kind of unique to most tour stops. It is an invitational, so they can control the field a little bit, and it is a smaller field at just around 120, but people will kind of withdraw a little bit. So I think it's 121 right now, but a little bit smaller field.
Yep.
Looking at the course, Colonial Country Club in Fort Worth, Texas, opened in 1936. Pretty cool. It is the longest running non-major tour event at the same venue since 1946. We said it's the 75th anniversary of this tournament. There's a little asterisk next to the Charles Schwab Challenge because they have changed sponsors many times, so it has many different names through its history, but pretty cool. 75 straight years at the same venue at Colonial. Shorter, tighter, kind of tree-lined course in Texas. It should be a good test of golf. It is a par 70, 7,209 yards.
Yeah, it's tough to go from a major to a non-major always, but fortunately,
Yeah.
I think Colonial is a course that provides some intrigue, and it's a strong enough field that it's not a total letdown, I would say.
No, not at all. It's going to be a good event.
Yeah. So looking at, horses for courses, this is what we do.
Yep.
Best tournament histories. I got to put a couple mentions in here, people you don't see on the list. Obviously, Colin Morikawa and Daniel Berger, the two guys from the playoff last year. Like to have people with a little bit longer histories. Yes, Morikawa has 3 starts here, but other than his win, it was a miscut in a 53rd. And Colin Morikawa with the playoff loss last year, it has been his only start. So doesn't quite make the horses for courses. And then the other one who you don't see on this list is our recent PGA champion, Phil Mickelson. So he does have 2 wins at Colonial, 2000, 2008. But since then, he has only started the tournament, I think 2 or 3 times. I think 3 times and only made the cut once, finishing 29th. And so 2 missed cuts a cut. So, good. If we were looking at this back in 2009, yeah, he would definitely be on the horses for courses. But
we'll talk a little bit more about him later on. Don't worry. We'll get a Phil fix.
Okay, so getting to who is on the list. Jordan Spieth, he's got a stellar record of this course. So he's won it back in 2016, as you had mentioned. He's got 8 starts. Every time he has been 32nd or better, 7 of 8 top 15, 6 of 8 top 10s. 3 times he's been first or second. So basically, any way you want to look at it, whether it's top heavy or just his consistent ability to finish highly at the tournament, Jordan Spieth has done very well here over the years. Next up, Zach Johnson, 2-time winner. We've got 2010 and 2012, so it's been a little while. 15 starts, 2 missed cuts in that time, but 10 top 30s of 15. That's pretty darn good.
Wow.
5 top 10s, and he had a 4-year stretch from 2010 to 2013, including those 2 wins. He didn't finish outside the top 4. So, definitely well suited to the course. Obviously, he's a little bit of a different player than he was back then, but...
Yeah, for sure.
Kevin Na, winner 2019. 13 starts here, single missed cut, 8 top 25s, 5 top 10s. So he's just been really good, really consistent. He did miss the cut last year, but as you had mentioned, that was an extremely strong field. I think
Yeah.
potentially, maybe the some of the WGCs, but some of the strongest fields we've ever seen outside of majors.
I was looking at it, and just the WGCs and majors seemed to be, maybe the Memorial as well. It was slightly bigger, but that was right after the COVID break as well. It was a really stacked field.
Yeah. Next up, Justin Rose, 7 starts, 2018 winner. No missed cuts in his 7 starts. Not as many good results, say, as a Zach Johnson or Jordan Spieth, but 3 top 15s, 2 top 10s. But the one thing I think that you can look on a little bit, to his benefit, first and third places in the last 3 years. So some of his better form has come more recently here. He was 3rd place last year in a very strong field. Last one, Kevin Kisner, only 7 starts, and he was the 2017 winner. Single miscut in the 7 starts, 4 top 30s, 3 straight top 10s from 2015 through 2017. So, he has shown his ability to come here and be competitive year in, year out. Would like to see him get back to that top 10 form.
Pretty good list. Some short hitters on there, some older guys, but I think if Stuart Sink and Phil Mickelson have kind of shown anything, that any of these guys, Brian Gay even this year, I mean, it's a season of kind of
turn back
guys
the clock.
Turn back the clock. So all these guys are still, I think, right in it. Don't count any of them out.
Yeah.
Okay, so coming in hot. This is trending hot for these guys. Who's coming into the Charles Schwab in good form? I just had to get Phil Mickelson's number one. I mean, is there much outside of the PGA Championship win? I don't know. He was the Thursday round leader a couple of weeks back, but he's the PGA champion. It was a historic win. He gets that top spot. If it's
I honestly can't believe he's playing this week.
I can't believe. So Louis Oosthuizen, I had slotted in here as well. He withdrew, and I expected Phil to, but he said right afterwards that he's going to play here, and he's going to kind of honor that commitment. So yeah, we get Phil again. Number 2 is Abraham Ancer. He was 8th at the PGA Championship after a great Sunday. He was 2nd at the Wells Fargo before that, 5th at the Valspar, 8 consecutive top 30s. Abraham Ancer is playing unreal right now and consistent.
Yeah, this actually, early teaser. You got to like him this week. I mean, of course, it rewards accuracy off the tee, everything he's been doing of recent. Let's see Abe Ancer break through and get his win. That'd be a good one.
I like it. Number 3 is Jordan Spieth, 30th at the PGA Championship, which makes 10 straight events with a made cut. 7 of those, 7 of 10 have been top 10s. So he's playing very, very well. Obviously does have that win earlier in the season. Number 4, Corey Connors, Thursday leader at the PGA Championship, fell off a little bit, but still settled for 17th. It's a top 20. It's a really good showing for him at the PGA Championship, but that's 5 top 25s in his last 6 events. 5 of 6 top 25s. 2 of which went for top 10. So consistently up there like Abe Ancer, and then cracking for top 10s as well. So at the top of the leaderboards. Number 5, Paul Casey, finished T4 at the PGA Championship, 11 events. So just looking at entire 2021, he's played 11 events. He has a win in Dubai Desert Classic, 6 top 10s. So over half the time, 6 of 11 are top 10s and 10 top 30s. So again, a little bit longer kind of scope there for Paul Casey, but super consistent this year at the top of leaderboards and coming off a top 5 at the PGA Championship.
Yeah, and he looked really good there, so there's no reason to think his form is not continuing to be scorching hot.
Yeah. Okay, great. That's horses for courses. That's guys trending. What is the Grandstand model like? Who does the Grandstand model like this week?
Well, so it's actually interesting. When I looked at the last 10 years at this course, oftentimes, the regular PGA Tour stops, they're not as predictive. The weight of projecting, it's just, there's more randomness, I guess you would say. There's more noise, less signal. But there's a lot of signal this week, and all of the categories seem to be strong. Off the tee, and accuracy off the tee is very important. That would be one to note. But then short game. I mean, I guess it's oftentimes the case when you don't have the long hitters overpowering courses, but short game, both putting and around the green is important. Everything is important, but I would say definitely skew accuracy over power off the tee. Yeah. And on that note, Justin Thomas comes out of the, not necessarily the most accurate off the tee, but he just does everything so well that obviously he is at the top of the model in this field. Daniel Berger, whose last 2 years have been great, maybe not the best results after missing the cut. These do not yet incorporate this past week, so keep in mind these are still penciled in, not in ink.
He's giving DFS players a lot of stress lately, so that'll be interesting this week.
Yeah, for sure. Patrick Reed comes in 3. Obviously, we know how good the short game is. He was someone who worked his way up the leaderboard on the weekend. Tony Finau and Will Zalatoris rounded out. I would say they're more just your classic ball strikers that seem to be doing well at any course. Even on, they are both longer hitters, but even on tighter courses, it means they can, take something less than driver and find fairways and, get through the course that way.
With Ancer and Zalatoris, it does kind of feel like prime for a first-time kind of breakthrough win. Maybe someone else as well, but good list. That leads us to the most interesting man in the field, and I struggle with this one. I ultimately went Phil Mickelson. I was thinking Jordan Spieth, but he's got a lot of play here. I was thinking even like a Sahith Theegala, someone like that, someone that's getting one of those sponsor invites and can, make noise for the career. But ultimately, what we saw on Sunday was so special. Phil Mickelson is the most interesting man in the field, and he will be this week. He just made golf history as the oldest major champion by winning that PGA championship. And as you alluded to, he is a two-time winner of this event in 2000, 2008. I mean, yeah, he has 45 PGA Tour wins, but 2 of them are here. So he's obviously played this course pretty well in the past. And I think what he alluded to in his press conference after the win is that this is going to be his first event, obviously, after the PGA Championship win. And I think his last before the U.S. Open, which will, again, he'll have a lot of media around him because it's at Torrey Pines in his hometown.
As the most recent major winner.
As the most recent winner of a guy that has the craziest U.S. Open history of anybody in history. So Phil Mickelson is the most interesting man in the field this week, and he might be in a few more weeks again. But yeah, let's see what Phil does coming off that win.
Well, and you can just keep track of him. He seems to be throwing a Twitter storm up and commenting. and yeah, we'll see if he could get off Twitter in time to start the tournament. But
yeah, that's very true. Okay, that leads us to the way too early weather forecast. Leading into the tournament, looks like we might get some rain, might get some thunder. Even in the tournament, looks like some precipitation throughout, scattered thunderstorms Friday, Saturday. Might be a little stop-go. Hopefully there's breaks that we kind of have a clean
windows,
look at the tournament. Yeah. But what are you thinking here, Craig?
I'm not. So I'll wait. If we're talking about watching the tournament, enjoying the tournament getting through, there's some concerns there. If we're talking about whether we're looking at favoring one wave or the other, I'll wait until we get a little bit closer to Wednesday and we have more accurate hourly forecasts throughout those days. Because ultimately, the other thing when you do start to get interruptions and potential thunderstorms is you can have very accurate predictions as to, oh, this wave should be worse, but then they call play, and then they come back out onto a super soft golf course, and everything gets turned on its head. So,
which can be definitely frustrating as bettors or DFS players. Yeah. And I was looking at Windfinder. There is wind, but the weather stations are both kind of like 30 miles apart. So I wish there was one right at the course.
We need to do some triangulating and really.
For sure. Well, thank you everybody for watching. That is our tournament preview, quick hitter format. Make sure to hit that thumbs up, like our video. It does support our channel. And if you've not yet already, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our channel. We have a lot more content coming out every week and for the Charles Schwab. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, everybody, and good luck this week. Take care.
Yeah, it was an exhausting week at the PGA, but we're right back on the horse. So we'll see you guys in the next one.